Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ollie, the Mortis Metallica, and this is the debrief. So this week there is no battle report, unfortunately, for us to go back and look at. So I'm just going to have a little bit of an update on what's been going on with the channel, stuff to get ready, what should be coming up soon, hopefully, in the next couple of months. Just a few bits and pieces I've been noticing in the gaming community, and of course, hopefully a bit of keeping you guys interested and a bit of interaction. So first things first, what I've been working on. Well, there's been a little bit of an upsurge where I am at the minute in this old beauty. I loved Battlefield Gothic back in the day. Look, it's probably one of, if not the favourite game system that Games Workshop ever came out with. In my personal view, I love them. So if you've been on the Facebook page, you've probably seen that I've got some of the ships painted up already. So I've spent this week having a bit of a touch up. We have a battleship for the Iron Warriors. This is the Fedus Tyrannus. It is the current flagship of my fleet. I haven't decided if I'm going to try and get a Chaos Battle Crew. Trying to think what the only thing is now. Battle Barge. Chaos Battle Barge. Yes, that's the one. There's also cruisers for escorts. And of course, every Chaos Force needs plenty of escorts. Escorts, for me, when it comes to Battlefield Gothic, are very, very important, especially with Chaos. Because we don't tend to have a lot of the ordnance on our capital ships. It's just your fighters and your attack craft. We don't have the waves and waves and waves of torpedoes that you can get out of the Imperial ships. This is the Mars class battle cruiser, the Bellerophon. Now each of these ships is going to have its own base, and I'm going to be trying to find somewhere that can do personalised engravings. So hopefully each ship will then have its own record of honour, its own history, which I can expand on. Because hunting, or fighting against the Fedus Tyrannus, is this little boy. The Retribution class battleship, the Theodorus Rex. Named after my son, actually. Because when he gives me a full broadside, my ears are ringing. So, I'm going to be playing some Battlefield Gothic over the next few weeks. Again, probably at BPL in Halifax, or maybe even at Mirfield Miniatures. I hope to be trying to get as much interaction with the Battlefield Gothic so we can have a few battle reports in a day, and then I'll load them up over time onto the channel. And hopefully I'll be able to get a few more people interested, because, like I said, the game system for me is incredible. And it's so fun and interactive. And once you crack the ideas, the basic principles, there's hours and hours of replay. No battle can ever go differently. No battle can ever go the same way, because the way it just interacts, for a game system, it's incredible. But that's not all I've been working on. Does anybody remember the Games Workshop hexagonal games system? Now this one is the fantasy version, Age of the Empires tiles. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. They've got some settlements, farms, the mountain holds. What I want to do with this collection, I have the other side is still the work in progress, but I'm going to be building up on this to try and create my own world. And then we can have a multi-faction, or Imperial versus Chaos versus Orcs, because Orcs get everywhere, campaign games, which can be run on the channel. So that's something in the works. The Games Workshop, the Battlefield Gothic is in the works for the next few weeks for the battles, which we'll be keeping up to date with. Now, lately we've just seen from Games Workshop, they have released a schedule for the next series of Codexes. And in the Chaos groups especially, there's been a bit of a, oh, we don't get the extra wound. Which we don't, okay. A year ago, they put the firstborn of the Adeptus Astartes up to 2 wounds. Terminator's got an extra wound, and we've seen the benefits they've had from that since. But they also got the doctrines, and they've also got updated supplements and things like that. And there's a general feeling in Chaos that, we've been left behind again. Guys, we should be used to this by now. Come on, I know there's guys out there. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it on Reddit. I've seen it on other groups. Guys are just going out and they're taking your Chaos army and you're using, Loyalist chapters. Night Lords are using the Raptors. They're using Ultramarines for the Black Legion, or I've even seen some word bearers using Ultramarines rules for their lists, and they're using crazy proxies. They're using Forge Fiends as Redemptor Dreadnoughts, and guys, I get it. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get frustrated too, guys. But remember when we got the Codex in 8th, and suddenly everyone was like, "Oh my God, Chaos is so strong!" And we had to deal with a bit of the backlash from the guys who didn't have Codexes yet. We were told, "Oh, you guys are so lucky, you got the Codexes, how strong are you?" Blah blah blah. And this is what Games Workshop does. It's just the Codex creep. Our time will come, and then we'll have a new edition, or there'll be another Space Marine update, or there'll be another faction Codex, whatever. At the minute, it's Admech and Dark Eldar. It's probably going to be in the next round of tournaments. We'll see the Thousand Suns and the Grey Knights will probably come back into it. But for now, we're just not on that competitive level in terms of tournament play. If you look at the results wise, doesn't mean we can't have fun. Doesn't mean we can't enjoy games. And if you guys are house ruling 2 wounds onto your guys, that's fine. I've got no problem. Whatever makes the game fun for you guys. And please don't think this is me attacking anybody. Fun is the most important part of the game. I've talked about this with my friends who do play Imperials. I said, look, for me, it's not an issue. It's the Codex. It's the game that I have to play. I want to use the Codex rules. I want to use Chapter Approved. If Chapter Approved comes out next and they say, look, guys, we're just going to give Chaos Space Marines another wound on all your models, and by the way, your points go up by 3-4 points. When you look at it, it's not just about that though. The points isn't just for the wounds, it's also for the strength of the model in that army. So I think at the minute, Space Marines are 3 points more effective, or 3 points more than a Chaos Space Marine. If we pay 3 points for an extra wound, we are nowhere near equal to a Space Marine. Because we don't get the doctrines, we don't get all the wacky supplements, we don't get all the extra rules. That 3 points isn't just about wounds. It's about more than that. It's the rules and the benefits and the supplements that they get. So, what I'm wanting to know from you guys is, if I were to do, say, a video on Wednesday or Friday, where I sit down with the Codex and I take a look at something from the Mortis Metallica, from the Warband, a unit, cultists, Chaos Space Marines, a sorcerer, and Terminator armor, and I sit down and say, look, this is what I read it, this is what I think about it, this is what it can be used for. And I'm not talking about as in the debrief where we look at it in a list. I'm not thinking about just the unit itself. As I read it flat in the Codex, as I look at it, I think, right, what would I use him for? What could I use him for? What could I use them for? What could I use that for? And if that's something you guys are interested in, I am very happy to put a series of videos together, maybe 1 or 2 units a video. But that's up to you guys. I would love to have your input to tell me what you would be interested in. What you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. I just want to make content that you guys actually do enjoy. So thank you very much. We will be back soon, hopefully with more battle reports. And until then, iron within, iron without.